Welcome to Momentum Monday. Today is August 8th, 2022. Howard, what's going on here? You got another ticket.
Fuck. It's just the deep state is, Trump was right, there's a deep state. And basically all they care about is bad photos of me going through traffic intersections.
But that's in Arizona, right?
First of all, the problem is I'm blind and I don't see colors. So, I mean, the fact that I went through a few red lights, I mean, Jesus Christ, it's not like I hit anybody.
Okay.
You think that would be a good defense? I don't know if it gets that far in my trial.
Well, it depends on the judge, Howard.
If it's a woman, I'm screwed. If it's my sister-in-law who's the judge, I'd be screwed. She's hang them, Ellen's twin. I kind of like doing this on Mondays, maybe at market close, but I think
Sure.
up this year. I think it's Sunday night. It's just kind of a bummer to do.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, anything works.
All right, so it's Monday. Generally, we do this Sunday night, and now we have Monday behind us, and it is Momentum Monday, and Momentum stalled today. So what do we got?
Yeah, we had about 30 minutes of FOMO at the open.
But there is FOMO in the shorts. I think the people are running at some of these short stocks.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, all of the most shorted names,
GME
definitely getting squeezed. GameStop, AMC, GME, Carvana, like really the companies with questionable fundamentals.
What were people doing? Like Carvana may go to zero. Like, how much do you got to squeeze out of this? Leave it to the arbs. Like, this thing was a short at 300 on its way to 100. People sticking around is so unprofessional.
Well, that's what happens in bear market rallies. You have monster short squeezes.
Yeah.
And typically they say that like the usual bear market rally is about a 50% retracement.
Yeah.
And if we measure it from 462, that's about 410. If we measure it from 480, that's about 420. So we're
getting to the point where we'll need some like real fundamentals. I mean, but again, like we're still below the 200 days, so anything wild can happen. Where's the Q? So we haven't even got to the 200. That's how oversold we were. So people shouldn't be surprised we had a rally.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is that so far this earnings season has been very favorable. So far, I think most companies that
but the input costs, like, I hate to be the old man here, but like no one's like these software companies don't have the same. There are going to be so many delays because there's so many levers they can pull. So let's check back in 6 months. Here's what I saw positive today, Ivan, and I'll let you ramble. Like, I look at Coin and Cloudflare. Those are my two poster children, like as leaders that just were hated. And they doubled. We're up 60%. Okay. And they're still well below their 200-day moving average. But at least today they kind of held some of their gains. So I think, again, I'm not a good trader. You are, but there's this Cloudflare go to 110 and be in a downtrend. Right. And be 35 times sales. So like the real play here is if you missed it, and you get a chance to get out at 100, there'll be a lot of people that will load up there, but people aren't rushing to short these things again so quickly, the professionals. They're waiting for a good setup, right? So this is a chance I see to reposition. This bear market rally is a chance to reposition and really think about what do the next 3 years look like for you and how much work you want to do on your portfolio. And this could be the last good chance to get out of a lot of bad like bull market companies that don't have an answer. And, we're seeing like some of these rallies like Netflix, they deserved, and they're not rallying. So there's still so much negativity about like what it is in Zoom. They could surprise people because these businesses are going to get stronger, not weaker. Doesn't mean that they're not overvalued. These are companies that will get stronger from the bear market because Microsoft's eating Zoom, even though it's not the better product, but good luck funding a competitor to scale at Zoom size in a bear market, right? And same thing with Netflix. Yeah, you may not like their business model and they're not growing, but good luck launching a streaming company at scale in a world with interest rates at 6%. So that's my message to like my investors is look for brands that are beaten, that have like this inherent Web 2.0 scale benefit, because the bear market is just going to stop. As Web 3 emerges, there's going to be all kinds of new, unique ideas, but like the true brands will get stronger. But I don't know about stock prices, right? Netflix really could go to 100, but I'm not worried that they're going to really go out of business. Whereas I see a lot of these companies like the EV, the biotech, I know they're rallying, but they have no cash. And so good luck. Like, you better make sure you know who needs cash and how they're going to get it, because raising cash for these things with broken stocks, like if they ever need money again, like the terms are going to be insane.
Good. So you're bearish. I think
I'm
most.
bearish on, you know, I hate saying bearish. I'm skeptical, or I'm nervous that like people are still looking at the world pre-COVID, and then they're looking at the growth stocks that worked post-COVID and not remembering that interest rates were at zero,
Yeah.
and interest rates are climbing. So I mean, that's what I'm worried about. But it is nice to see. I mean, biotechs were the leader on the way down. You've got the chart up here, and now they've broken through the 200-day moving average.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of friends on the streams.
Up 50% in the past couple months.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Because they need the most cash, and cash has gotten so expensive, so I didn't see that one coming.
I mean, definitely the acquisitions in the sector changed sentiment. You saw how many, at least several companies were acquired at 100% premium recently. And this just changed the sentiment. Everything was so negative in biotech. And as you can see, we're looking at XBI. These are some big volume candles. This is institutional accumulation here. I mean, granted, yes, they're extended. They can pull back to their 20-day, 50-day. That would be completely normal, but definitely one of the...
They are acting like that's, which is good for risk on. Don't get me wrong, I don't know biotech, but like that is a risky sector. So if people are willing to buy this off the lows, 50% off the lows, that's good. Those are the type of signs that would get me excited. More of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is a real bounce. The question is,
obviously, it's coming near potential resistance, but you know, 50% bounce. You can make a lot of money by just playing a short-term bounce.
Yeah, congrats to those. I didn't see that coming, but like you said, acquisition. We'll start seeing this.
A lot of acquisitions. And it's not just in biotech. I mean, look at, it seems like Amazon is buying a new company every week. I mean, last week they bought iRobot, right? And the week or 2 weeks
let's
before,
look at the monthly of iRobot. As a stock I used to own in the day.
Yeah.
SoftBank invested it at 120 or 100, and now they're getting bought for 60. So
yeah,
SoftBank's, woes continue.
I mean,
Amazon's not going to quickly get that deal done because that data of like, I get why they did it. But I don't use an iRobot. Do you use an iRobot?
I don't have one, but I would buy one.
I gave one to my kids so I can spy on them. I put a camera in it. And first of all,
good idea.
It was a bad idea because kids don't clean up. So the iRobot, basically, I can just look at the inside of the box with my camera because the kids haven't unpacked it. But my goal was to just watch my kids, but that hasn't worked. But then again, like, how do you know to buy this for a takeover? Like, this is broken. It's great for Amazon in this market because they can pick from the litter, but like figuring out how to buy stocks that are down 70% is a tough business.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really that important that iRobot was acquired. What I'm saying is that valuation has gotten to a place where companies are putting some cash to work. I mean, just a few weeks ago, Amazon acquired One Medical. So they're starting to put cash to work. This is what
tiny acquisitions.
I know.
Yeah, no,
exactly.
These are really good signs. No, this is why I'm in the market looking every day.
But what I'm saying is that obviously everyone is bearish. Most people are with one foot out of the door, underinvested. We're looking for some silver linings. What could go right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
and here's what we do know. Let's pull up semis. NVIDIA kind of disappointed today. That stopped the rally. So NVIDIA stopped this week. Okay, so we'll see. A lot of crap stocks are running today in the NVIDIA news. And so guess what we know? We know that if you want to get long some tech and you get a 3 or 4 day pullback here, you can take a shot knowing that on the semis, a couple closes below $200, and you got to retreat. At least there's some places to trade against, right? And which helps. Like when the market's just going down every day, it's very hard to make a living. It's when you can trade against certain areas and really build some conviction and have some time to think and do risk management that, you know, we can at least try. But the Nvidia news is just not good, right? They completely missed. And on top of that, the market hates that they completely missed. So, you know, that's
let's give it a few days, Howard.
Yeah.
AMD also gapped down and fully recovered. So far, this market has been very forgiving so far this summer. We saw a lot of companies missing, you know, like Block, the former Square, and, you know, they went up. Carvana also missed, they went up. So the market has been very forgiving, very favorable
the
so far.
200-day curve.
I know, it's far.
120. This stock could go to 100, and then I'd be interested in maybe looking at some puts. Like, I mean, it's exposed as a basic scam.
Yeah. I mean,
but can it go to 100? Of course. That's why I wouldn't short these. But I also wouldn't have stayed short something at 100 or at $30.
Yeah, what was that Chinese company? I'm not sure if they have it here. Look at this.
There was like 2 shares in the float.
I know, but this is what happens during bear market rallies. You have those monstrous short squeezes. They don't make any sense, but they happen.
So Amazon's approaching 200. Where's the Qs at? Where's the Qs at?
The Qs.
How do you look at this? What are you seeing here?
Far.
So where are you today? You come to the market today. You have no positions on.
So I had a few swings. I closed most of them today on the gap up. I took profits, so I'm very light right now and very nimble, just because there is a inflation report on Wednesday. On Friday, we saw record jobs
big
number.
News week. Yeah, big news week this week.
So it's very likely that in the July inflation data will remain elevated. Obviously, it's more important how the market will react, but there is a chance that inflation trades might get back, if only for a week or two. So I'm just paying attention to how oil is reacting. Obviously, if we see it above the 50-day, that means the inflation trade is back on. And
if 50-day, not above the 200-day, I mean,
it's already above 200. But if it goes back above the 50, this is the oil sector ETF. I'm thinking that tech will probably sell off, right? We'll go back to that previous negative correlation between tech and oil. So this is something.
Heading into the fall, this is the one index and sector I'm watching. Just, you know, I'm trying to learn as much as I can to put on some kind of trade. I'm tending towards the long side, and I'm just waiting. At the risk of missing it, I'm more because of Buffett, and just because winter, and just because our policy sucks. I feel like energy has a shot here to really surprise again. But solar kind of reversed here.
Obviously, I mean, it was a sell the news event. It was so obvious. If you rally in expectations and you have a gap up on the news, it's very normal to see a profit taking.
So a close above 90 on would be another bullish on. So you got biotechs, you got solar.
Yeah, those are the 2 big ones. And
healthcare, I think there's a lot of healthcare on that 52-week high list.
Yeah, I mean, there's some interesting companies definitely there. That some of them need some consolidation, but you're correct.
Yeah. So healthcare, which makes sense. It's the biggest industry. It's where speculation. If you're going to speculate on TAM and opportunity, but as someone who invests in a lot of seed stage, man, it is such a you think the markets are rigged in banking. Good luck building a healthcare business in a world where the conglomerates, you know, it's just such a clubby, government-based area that growth is just so hard to figure out, because how do you? It's so stagnant. Like, we invest in startups, and the technology makes so much sense, and the doctors won't adopt, and the systems don't connect. Like, how many times do we go to doctors still, and you have to fill out the forms again with hand. And I'm just so this is 2022, and it doesn't feel like we've made any progress other than in the surgery room. It feels like because of war, surgery is still and even surgery, like that worries me, that the surgical, like the medical instrument side, which I'm most counting on, still feels like IHI is that kind of where I focus, because medical instruments are like, that's technology, right? Like people want the best tech. And, that's still in a downtrend. So I'm just kind of worried about that sector. But yeah, healthcare, small cap seems to be working. Like you said, like there's buyouts. The incumbents have cash. They can buy these things at 80% down, even if they're overpaying, they tuck them in. So we're starting to see that.
Yeah, there are acquisitions everywhere, not only in tech, in biotech.
E-commerce, we'll see a lot of acquisitions.
Yeah, I think Pepsi, did they announce that they are acquiring, I forgot how much, 8% of Celsius at
Who's acquiring? I'm sorry?
Pepsi is buying 8% of Celsius for
like a hot stock on stock. Like I've been watching people talk about it. Yeah, good for them.
So it's good to see those mergers and acquisitions. And I mean,
very tough space. I'm an investor in Liquid Death, and it's water in a can. And who would have predicted this thing is like on fire?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited to have like a couple like flyer bets in this space. A couple haven't worked for me, but like Manscaped, Liquid Death, like e-commerce is still a fun place for speculation if you're mindful of like the execution. So Celsius is trading at 100 times earnings.
Yeah, I mean, valuation wise, it's insane. I mean, it's a lot more than 100 times earnings tomorrow.
What's the market cap?
Market cap 7.6 billion.
And Pepsi invested in them?
They bought 8% of the company at 75, I think, and they offer distribution. So that's a big news for them, obviously.
Cool. What's the actual product of Celsius? Have I seen it anywhere? Do you drink it?
I don't drink it, but a lot of people drink it at the gym.
Or is it something you consume through a needle up your butt? Or is it an actual?
No. They're drinks. They're drinks, Howard. They're like, I mean, they're not like monster drinks, like energy drinks. They're
basically all these drinks
low
are
calorie,
packed with caffeine and calories for young people.
I don't know the details. You have to buy one, try one, and see.
But wow, that is an incredible return for people. Yeah, amazing. And I just don't follow that industry because I don't drink those products. So for the users of these products, that was obviously the users win here. So that's cool. That's cool. And I think Pepsi and Coke continue to do roll-ups.
Yeah, one of the big winners from COVID, post-COVID, which are still near all-time highs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anything else that looks interesting? So solar might be turning. Biotech leading. Any other leads? I don't think it's semis.
I mean,
healthcare, parts of healthcare.
Yeah.
And then selected, XLV looks like a mess.
I mean, there are interesting moves everywhere, Howard. It just depends on your time frame. I mean,
okay, what else was I saying? And I think there's stuff to trade against, but that's about all my points. I think we got some clearly defined stops if you want to start participating. But
well, if you want to start participating in the bear market rally, it might be a little bit too late. But
yeah, I feel like people could be chasing, and I feel like if I think there was a chance in June there when take some shots. I took a couple shots, PayPal and the Qs, Coinbase, but I didn't have the conviction there. And you can see these moves are still so tiny. So I mean, PayPal, I can go to 150 easily. That's my play. Is I'm hoping I catch these just run up to the 200-day moving average. So this rally could surprise a lot of people and just sputter along and have a few more legs to it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what's going to happen. The important thing is to structure your trade correctly. Like, let's say, risk $5 to potentially make 25. Just if you structure your trades like this, it doesn't even matter. You can be wrong 60% of the time and you can still make money.
Yep. So. All right, my man, have a great week.
All right, you too, Howard.
See you, everybody.
Bye.